This is a review of the Dremel Fortiflex. This is a new Dremel tool. It's new to the market here in the US, although I believe it's been marketed in Europe for a few years now. It has a couple components. The first component is the body, which I have hanging here. As you can see, it's a large unit. It's very heavy. It weighs over 5 pounds, I think. And the only component feature on here is the on-off switch. And then it connects here to the extension. And the extension is somewhat similar to existing Dremel's extension. So this is my Dremel tool. This is a tool that I use regularly in my shop. And it comes with an extension arm as well. It's a very similar concept. You would just remove the bit off of the Dremel and connect this, and then hang the Dremel. It's just a very different experience though, and I'm going to show you why. There's a couple features I want to show you on the end of the extension here. The first one is this is actually a just like a drill bit right here. This is just like your drill, in that it has a chuck rather than just a little connector that you have to screw and unscrew from the end of your Dremel tool. This makes it much faster to change out the different bits, which for this type of high-powered tool makes a lot of sense. Right now I have the sanding bit on both my existing Dremel and on the arm of the new Dremel Fortiflex. So I wanted to do just a quick comparison, show you some of the differences. The third component of the Fortiflex is the foot pedal. Of course, I have this down on the floor right now. And so far, this is my only minor complaint about the Fortiflex. And that's the cord from the foot pedal to the device is just fine. But the cord from the foot pedal to the wall is actually fairly short. It's about 5 feet long, and obviously you're going to have this under your foot, so you better hope your foot is within 5 feet of a plug. In my case, I'm not. My workbench is about 6 feet away from the floor to my plug over there. So I have it connected to an extension cord, which is fine, but it's the type of thing that just adds a little extra inconvenience to your project. So right now, I'm going to demonstrate these two. As I said, I have the sanding bit on both of these. So all I'm going to do is just do some really simple sanding. This is obviously a piece of scrap wood. And I'm going to show you the two different devices at work. When you're using a Dremel, the on-off switch is on the device. It's right here. And the power adjustment is on the back from 1 to 10. 10 being its high speed. And very high speed for the Dremel, obviously. Now I'm going to run a quick test, and I'm just going to do some sanding along the edge of this piece of wood with the regular Dremel tool. As you can hear from the frequency, it's very fast. It's a high-speed tool, and it does a good job taking a fair amount of wood right off of the edge. Now I'm going to show you the Fortiflex tool. Using the exact same bit, the Fortiflex does come with a number of these bits already. I have them laid out here. Not quite as many as come with the original Dremel. When you get the original Dremel, you get a box and you get a large number of tools. Here it has the sanding tools, the wire brush tool, if you can see it, and some of the tungsten cutting tools as well. Here's one right here, as well as a few polishing tools, like this one. So yeah, I guess this is probably targeted at people who may already have one of these Dremel sets, but it's also cheap to buy a bunch of Dremel tools. This one right here, I think, maybe cost $20 or $30 with just a whole bunch of different Dremel bits. And yeah, so you can get those anywhere, Home Depot. But I wanted to show you real quick using this. It's a little different experience. There is no speed adjustment on either the handheld device or on the top unit. Instead, it's only the foot pedal that controls your speed. So you have a little bit more control without having to move your hand, which this isn't fine woodworking here, I'm just sanding, but for fine woodworking or fine glass work, that's pretty important. Having to try to move your finger and change speeds and even use the on-off switch could move your hand and affect the work that you're working on. So right now I'm going to start using the foot pedal and start doing a little sanding here. As you can see, it worked quite well. Took off quite a bit of wood. You can see the sawdust coming off there. it's very heavy duty. It does very similar work to what the original Dremel does, but you have a lot more control with this handheld device. I would say even using the Dremel with the extension just doesn't have the same feel and control. And obviously with the old Dremel extension, you don't have this nice, the nice chuck, which is a really good feature. Anyway, I wanted to go over the last couple pieces that do come with it. It does come with some metal drill bits as well. Obviously the use case there is, high-speed drilling of metal for fine metal workers. I haven't tried those out yet, but they, they will obviously just fit into the chuck, and it'd be really easy to change those out, unlike the old Dremel, which doesn't have bits, but if it did, you'd have to use your wrench every time. It also comes with this bit. This is a hanger. Right now, as you can see, I'm hanging the body of the Dremel up by just a simple vise that I have, and it just did that for convenience, but when I'm going to permanently attach this, I'm going to use this. And this would attach to the wall, this piece, with a couple screws, and then this bracket would hang out, and it could swing back and forth to allow me to easily move this around. As you can see, with the vise, it's sort of locked in place here. So it'd be a lot easier if it could just change to whatever direction I was using it in. Anyway, that's all I wanted to go over. It's already a pretty long video. But the Dremel Fortiflex is a really nice tool. It has a lot of similarities to the existing Dremel, but it also has some nice improvements and features, and it's very powerful. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll consider the Dremel Fortiflex. Thank you.